Yo, and we back with another video, and this time it's about Prince Andrew. Yes, I know, Prince Andrew. What about him? He's not Prince Andrew anymore. We can just call him Andrew, friend of Epstein. Here's the crazy thing about Andrew. People keep saying like, oh, wait a minute, why did it take them so long to strip him of his titles? I mean, why did you think? Who was he hanging around with? The Queen, right? It wasn't until the Queen died we started to see little nudges towards kind of nudging him out of the royal family, out of the fold, out of the firm, is what they call it. But a lot of people saying this should have done in 2019. No, no, no. As long as the Queen was alive, they couldn't really expel him. And also, there has been a lot of more. I think even with the Queen being alive, could a lot more has come out, and I think this all what's come out now was going to come out, but they didn't allow it to come out because of the Queen. As long as she was alive, they didn't want too much coming out about her son, cause it'll break her heart. That's the truth. That's what I believed. But it was like I think it was the Diamond Jubilee or something like that, and they just wanted this woman to go away. You know, that's why they paid the 10 million off, so it wouldn't really ruin the celebrations, because this was just hanging over them. And I think now there's more. After all those emails have come out, and through all those emails, we started to see that they were still having quite a few links to Epstein, even though they were publicly saying they didn't. So that kind of looks like they're a bit two-faced. But yeah, as all in all, they've done a good thing by stripping him of nearly all these titles. And I think what's going to happen next is they're going to go after... Now that we've seen what they've done with someone like Andrew. Well, Andrew, he's hanging around. He was hanging around with a paedophile, right? Come on, like a convicted paedophile, and he didn't see the common sense to move on from him and cut all ties. Like, this guy is not smart. It's weird how you can find someone that is a royal, and you think they've been educated to a high standard, and you start to realize they're just privileged. They're just very privileged people. They're not very smart people. Not saying they're all dumb. Sometimes you can have someone that's a dumb prince, and you realize, I thought he was smart. Like, he's just a prince by birth. He ain't too smart. If you come across that Newsnight interview and you realize what he was saying, and he thought it went well, you realize this guy is not the smartest of people. But also, you got someone like Harry. He's now using the royal family, his connection, to make money. And you think, if they'd done that to someone like Andrew, what are they going to do to someone like Harry? You know, Harry and Meghan, they're using their titles still to try and garner some sort of like monetization, whether it be through Netflix or other platforms. They're using their titles to make money. And I think that's the only thing they have that makes them money. So a lot of people looking at them next to be stripped, because what they have been doing to the royal family is dragging them through the mud. That's what they've been doing. They've been calling them racist, saying, "Oh, this look." Every family has their problems, but when you using your titles and you insulting the royal family, but still using the titles to generate money, it becomes a bit of a you're a big hypocrite. So I'm not gonna be surprised if Harry starts to keep doing what he's doing, which is using these titles, and Meghan still trying to use their titles to generate money and then publicly trash the royal family. And I feel they're going to be a part where enough will be enough, and the king will look to start to strip him of his title. I don't even know if he done it to Andrew, he can do it to Harry and Meghan. So I'm starting to see that Meghan and Harry might have their titles revoked and then that leaves them in a situation where they'll be looking at, so how are we gonna make money, because they're not normal people. They live a big lavish life. They don't want to live like normal people. They want to live like multi-millionaires. They need to have security, and to live that life you need a lot of money, and the money they have, it's a lot for the average person. If the average person has 15, 25 million or 50 million, man, that lasts them a lifetime. But if you're living their life in the mansions, the security, everything adds up. And they can't go without having some sort of financial monetization going on these days. They can't bring in that type of money. They have to do something. And what's their leverage is that they're connected to the royal family. Otherwise, they'll just be a random ginger guy and random Meghan, the wannabe actress or failed actress, because man, she wasn't really in anything really big. She tried to. I mean, she was trying to be a good actress. She was in a show. What was it? Suits, and that's about it really. She was in that in another show, another movie, but she wasn't really anything fantastical. She isn't Angelina Jolie or Julia Roberts type material, and I don't think she ever will be. If she was, she would be in movies right now. Let's be honest. So that's them. They're gonna have to look to other avenues to make money, and what they've been doing now isn't working. So the things that get people's attention is when he talks about the royals, and he can only pull that card so many times. So if he keeps trying to drag the royal family through the mud, we don't know. People saying it might be bad for him. Anyway, that's my rant for today. Like, subscribe. I'm out.